So it turns out Andrew Nemhard isn't a super big fan of coming off the bench, I don't think. As you see his morale here, it's just the yellow kind of meh face. If you look at his thoughts, he says he's satisfied with how things are going on, but I feel like if you kind of take a look at everyone else, I guess Deion Haywood's not a good example, but like you're seeing a lot of these, green faces a lot on the team. There's a few, like Powell, who's not getting any minutes, and McBride, who's not getting any minutes. But most of our guys are happy. It's just these 2 point guards that don't seem to be very happy with how things are going. Probably because they're shooting very poorly this year, both of them. Haywood is shooting a little bit better than Nemhard here, but yeah, it's pretty bad. And so I think what my solution is going to be, hopefully people can be happy with this, is for the games that we watch, Haywood's going to start, but then before we start simulating it in an episode, I'll have Nemhard start. Hopefully him starting can boost his morale a little bit here. As I do want to keep people happy enough that they're willing to re-sign with us, because in a draft-only franchise, if you lose somebody in free agency, you don't have like a guaranteed replacement for them because you have limited draft picks, and sometimes you don't have good players at a certain position like for your pick. And so keeping people happy is definitely going to be a priority here in this franchise. So I do like Haywood in the starting lineup for the games that we watch, but starting from this episode on, we'll have Nemhard starting in the games that we simulate. Another thing that I think hasn't been necessarily a problem, but something that needs to be corrected, is this is the 5th episode of the season, and we're 6.5 weeks through. We're moving through it just a little bit too slow. There's just a lot of games that I want to play, but at the same time, if we move at the pace we're going at, it's going to be like a 20 episode season, which I don't think is where we want to be at. This team is much more interesting than year one, but not interesting enough to be a 20 episode season type of team. So what we're going to do is probably start to move closer to a pace that we moved at in season 1. Season 5 here, episode 5 of this season, getting through December feels like a good pace so far. And then I'll still, maybe cut a month in half or something and do 2 episodes with it if I feel it's necessary. But for now, the plan is for the rest of the season to do a month an episode. But for this episode, we are going to be facing off against the Orlando Magic. Looks like we have to, I'll just continue my last scouting report, scouting most of the guys at the top of the draft. Going against the Magic, they are 14-5 this year. Very good. Don't have like the top end talent, but they are very, very deep. Lost to them in the Summer League Championship. They had a lot of their guys that are on their roster on that Summer League team, as did we. So it should be a fun game. Let's hop into it. On the road, I do like these road jerseys quite a bit. We're going to play for Baldwin here to get to the rim. Well defended there by Petrovic, but Baldwin just with enough space to get that shot off. Suggs with it. Shot clock coming to a close. He's forced to pull up the contested 3, which he drains. All right. Bolts on the attack, spinning and laying it in for 2. Orlando off to a nice early lead. Play run for Petrovic here. He's got Baldwin defending him, and Baldwin stuffs him. Wonderful defense from the rookie. Bolts stolen by Baldwin. Second consecutive possession where Baldwin forced a turnover. This time in transition, Reddish gets that 3 to go in after a rattle around for a bit. Baldwin going to work against Wagner. Wonderful defense, but not good enough. Baldwin could be a tough man to stop on the drive. Looked like he was trying to draw a foul there. Didn't get the foul, but did get the bucket. Going against Cam Reddish. Open from the mid-range, but a good contest late there. Michael Stauffer is the coach of the Magic. All right. He's a good coach. No wonder they're 14-5. Suggs has an open shot from the mid-range, drains it. Feeding Baldwin in the post here. No double comes. He takes the fadeaway. Down the barrel. 9-all here through 5 minutes. Suggs driving it in on Baldwin. Hands off to Wagner. He's got Cam Reddish on him. Reddish a good defender, but Wagner, a bit of length there can be tough to guard. Ankara going to work in the post against Okiki. Turnaround shot, no good, but he gets his own board. Okiki, good defense again. Ankara with the strength. Baldwin. Drop step against Wagner. That is a shot that he rarely misses. Much better start to this game than we saw last episode for Baldwin. Petrovic to the rim, gets the hoop and the harm during the culprit here. Orlando doing a good job forcing turnovers from us, getting offensive rebounds. That's what's gotten them this early lead. We need to get more of these hustle plays like Orlando's getting. Shot clock winding down. Felder spinning shot goes in over Carter. D'Lo has it, gets the screen from Carter. Going to the rim and dishing it out, but it's stolen by Royce off the deflection. We're taking it the other way, running Nemhard, pulling up. Not a great shot. Double screen for Nemhard. Finds a wide open Christian Brown. Pure. Nice pass inside to Cole Anthony. Royce O'Neal almost got a piece of that. Orlando gets themselves to 20 points on the day. Nemhard top of the key, waiting a Felder screen. Attacking the rim. Almost shot it. Instead finds Christian Brown again. This time, though, too strong. Jones has it. Going to the basket. Kicking it to the corner to a wide open Wendell Carter, who drains the three. Screen and roll for Wendell Carter. That's a terrible pass by Brown. What are you doing, bro? Jones dishes inside to D'Lo, who finishes in transition. We're down by 11. Easy to see why Orlando's been so good to start the season. So much length and athleticism. Defensively, they're so hard to stop. So hard to score on, I should say. Brown, though, going to do it there on the mid-range shot. Reeves to Brown, going to put up the tough shot over Herb Jones. Great defensive possession from Orlando. So hard to get an open shot on these guys. And Wendell Carter on the offensive rebound is going to get the and one. What are we doing fouling him there? He's shooting a fadeaway jumper. Nemhard on the screen and roll. Finds an open Reeves in the corner. No good, though. D'Lo just skirts around Brown trying to draw the charge. Didn't even draw contact. Nemhard gets the Felder screen. Finds Brown open. We just not shooting well. These guys have great three-point ratings. I think we're just missing the badges, really. We don't really have catch-and-shoot badges on any of these guys, which I wish like shooting wasn't so dependent on badges in this game, but that's just the way the game is. Reeves from the corner. No, and Felder called with a loose ball foul. Lovely. Back to D'Lo. Shot clock winding down, and they're going to get one more basket. Pretty much doubling us up. Lead by 17, and we've scored 18 there, man. Threes aren't falling. Sometimes they're tough looks, but even the open ones, they're just not falling. Kind of like it was last episode. Like I said, it's just the game's very, very highly dependent on badges to be able to shoot. And I wish it wasn't that way, but it is that way. And so, got to be something that we pay attention to in future drafts. The catch and shoot badge is almost required for you to be a good shooter. It doesn't matter what your three-point rating is, really. Baldwin in the post to start the second. He's got Warren on him, but that's not enough. He's been the lone bright spot offensively. Orlando has team takeover here. D'Lo stepping back from 3. What a shot. Baldwin gets the Duren screen. Pulls up from mid-range. He was wide open. Doesn't fall. Oh my goodness. Duren got the offensive rebound and he was stuffed by Bol. Tries again and misses. I don't think I've seen Duren stuff like that on an offensive rebound before. But Bol's got different length. Suggs with it. Calling an ISO against Reddish and he blows by him. They're doubling us. Don't know how much of this game we're going to be watching at this rate. Baldwin. Out to Okiki. He's open from 3, but he's too strong on it. Then the common theme of this game is missing 3s. In transition, Banchero. Lay zone. Baldwin and Duren running the screen and roll. Addition to Baldwin, addition to Duren. Who splashes on the jumper. Duren putting some work in against Bol. Spinning, shooting, hitting. Also tumbling over the cameraman there. Suggs guarded by Reddish. Out to Warren, who has a wide open 3, and he splashes it. Baldwin to the rim, and he slammed that home. Oh my goodness. What a dunk. Right over Bol. Holy crap. How did he... Warren and Bol both victimized by this man. And the foul. Dude, this guy is nuts. Oh! Baldwin, my guy. The only guy able to score for us today. Petrovic driving it in on Duren. That's picked off by Haywood. Haywood going coast to coast, but the layup didn't have enough on it. Reddish. I feel like he blocked Duren's path to the basket there inadvertently. Okiki wide open from 3 against his former team. Drops it in. Jalen Suggs is injured on the other side of the court. I was wondering why he was wide open, because Baldwin wasn't doubled. Michael Stauffer, the coach of the Magic, looking at his injured player there. Pick and roll for the Magic. The dish to Banchero as the shot clock comes to a close. It's stolen by Chuma Okiki. Finds a wide open Baldwin, kicks to a wide open Reddish from 3. That's the kind of transition play I like. Starting to build a little bit of a run here. Baldwin trying to post up Petrovic. He's going to fade away on him and hit it right in his face. Baldwin is a competitor, dude. Anthony. Wow, blew right by that defense. Duren tried to go for the steal, and Anthony made him look silly. Fultz to Anthony. They got him a nice lay to the baskets. And he's going to get the N1 opportunity. Reddish took an easy basket and just made things worse there by fouling him. If you're going to foul him, foul him. You know what I'm saying? Go on and get that N1. Right back to Baldwin here. He's been unstoppable in this quarter. Draws another foul, this time on Banchero. Baldwin, 2 for 2 once again. Single-handedly trying to keep us in this ballgame. Markelle Fultz with 2 seconds left on the clock. Pulls from mid-range. Offline on that shot. Brown spinning and hitting. Let's go. Nice move. Down to 12 now. Anthony. Out to a wide open Carter. Pretty deep 3. It's no problem for him. Reeves takes the Felder screen. Pulls up from the mid-range. Drops it in. Shuts him down. Let's go. Well, Anthony gets the 3 though. Nemhard in the corner. He tries to get it over the top to Felder. Tipped a couple of times, but it eventually got there for the lip. Petrovic has it. Dishes to Franz Wagner on the inside. I don't like that play when it's the other team running it. Love it when we run it. Nemhard. Screen and roll with Felder. Dude, we always just throw it to the other team on the pick and roll. I just got to take the pick and roll out of the playbook as Felder with a nice hustle on the other end. Beautiful block. Gotta see it a couple extra times there. Nemhard gets some space from the Felder screen, but not enough for him to drain the three. This is the last time I seen Nemhard make a three. Been a minute. D'Lo, though, makes it look easy. Reeves, he's firing early there. Orlando in transition. It's to Anthony on the inside who lays it in. The second unit gets killed by everybody, man. We can't score and we can't defend. There's like nothing that this second unit is ever has the advantage. Theoretically shooting, right? Theoretically we have a 2A plus 3-point shooters and an A shooter and a B plus shooter. But do they actually make their threes? They do here. Nemhard. Kicks it to Felder. Trying to score over Carter, and he does. Nemhard. Pick and roll. To Brown in the corner. No good. Nemhard gets a Felder screen and hits the midi. Jones finds Warren in the corner. Rattles in the three. Down by 21. Time for one more shot. Nemhard gets a screen, pulls up from deep. In and out. So we'll be down 52 to 73. Much better performance by our offense, but that quarter we just couldn't defend. Not that we could defend in the first quarter either. We are getting thoroughly dismantled by this Orlando team. Very big difference playing like the Utahs and the San Antonios against playing the Phoenixes and the Orlandos this year. You could definitely tell that we may be better than the worst teams in the league now. Maybe, like those games are close, right? But we're definitely still substantially worse than these more top-end rosters. Gets to the rim eventually, but he gets blocked by Petrovic. Weird possession. Fultz pulls it from deep, and he's hitting. That's just salt in the wound. Mark how Fultz is making threes. That was a nice find by Dion Haywood to get the foul call there. Baldwin. He's going to town on Franz Wagner. A bit of a drop step into like almost a up and under type thing. He didn't go truly all that up though. Haywood into Baldwin, who slams it over Franz Wagner. Got the angle on him on that roll. Jones to Fultz. I don't know how he got that open. Jarish to Banchero with Haywood on him. He missed that. That was a bad miss by Banchero. Okiki lobs it to Duran on the other end. Nice pass by Okiki. Baldwin against Petrovic here. Goes inside on him. And Petrovic snatches it right out of his hand. Oh my goodness. Banchero spinning around and hitting the shots. Orlando remains on top by 20. Inside the Okiki, he finishes over Bankera. Petrovic has it. Goes inside on Duran. Nice defense, but Petrovic just gets his own miss. Baldwin. Too strong on the three. Duran, though, on the rebound. Oh my goodness. Petrovic did it again. Second time he snatched us in this game, bro. Goodness heck. Petrovic is a different animal in the paint, man. Baldwin backing down Herb Jones in the post. No help comes, and so Baldwin drops in. Leaving this guy alone, usually not going to work out for your defense. Jones to Carter on the roll. Beautiful defense by Duran. Nice feed inside to Okiki, just past Cole Anthony. O'Neal up to Okiki, who slams it home. That play is working for us here in the third. Brown kicks to Reeves in transition, just blows by Herb Jones. Jones was definitely defending for the three-pointer there. Cole Anthony driving it in, finds a wide open Jones. Too strong, but dude, every time it feels like the Magic miss, they get an offensive rebound. Ridiculous. Brown. It's a Felder screen and pulls it from mid-range after the pump fake. Goes in for him. Cole Anthony, good from deep. Down by 23 now. Nemhard on the pick and roll, finds an open Christian Brown. But he's had good mid-range stuff today, but most of his threes are not looking pretty. D'Lo pulling up from mid-range, good. 45 points with under 3 minutes left in the third. And real close to pulling a pin in this game. Brown spinning, shooting. Second time he's done that today. Pick and roll, Nemhard. Wide open, Bradford Reeves. Splash. Back down to 20. Brown, mid-range. His mid-range has been good today. Nemhard dishes it. Oh, man, Bull. Now, wingspan, baby. It is debilitating. Orlando gets the transition bucket as well, so they're going to get triple digits here in just 3 quarters. This is the most thoroughly beaten up we've gotten on defense this entire series, let alone this season. Orlando just has great length everywhere, shot makers in the backcourts, especially their second unit backcourts, Anthony and D'Lo. They just make shots here. That's going to be the end of the third quarter, which 79-101. I'm sorry if this crushes your hopes and dreams that we're simulating the rest of this game, but we are, unless we made it more interesting here. No, we didn't. So we're still down 17 with under 2. Ends up being just 11 points in the end. But here's going to be the final stat line of the game. Baldwin looks like he went a little bit 3-point happy in the fourth. That's fine. But Chuma Okeke against his former team, his best game scoring-wise, 8 for 11 and 2 for 3 from 3. Was awesome in that third quarter. I really liked what I saw from Okeke today. Bradford Reeves had a good game. Don't see that a ton from him. Brown, you can definitely see he was a good mid-range shooter, but couldn't get that 3-point shot to go. Duran, less efficient than usual, but man, those centers, tough matchup, man. And so Baldwin, his typical awesome self, did have a bit high of a turnover game, but 6 stocks, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 35 points on 26 shots. Did I see he had a positive plus minus? Yeah, dude, this is how bad our second unit got beat. -20. And then our starting unit was actually positive. The Magic's, their whole second unit's like 80 overall plus. We have 2 people on that on our entire roster. 3, actually, with Nemhard. And they have an entire lineup of 80 plus overalls. It's kind of nutty. But like I said, let's simulate now through December. Before we do that, though, I'm going to put Nemhard here in the starting lineup. So we would pick up a few wins here in December. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box scores of those wins. Duran here led us. Took 23 shots in this game. That's kind of nutty, honestly. Baldwin was under 50% because he shot a lot of threes. It's kind of indicative of his percentages, how many times he's shot threes. Really low assist game for him, though, compared to usual. We also got a win against the Bucks. Duran once again led us here. Baldwin poured in 14. We had 6 guys in double figures for this game. Nice game from Reddish with 3 steals, along with his 18 points. Here, Baldwin led us with 19. Another game with 6 guys in double figures. This time, Haywood, 5 of 6. You like to see it. 8 of 17 for Baldwin. Duran was 100% from the field. Reeves, not a great shooting night, but he got 14 points. And then Dallas on Christmas. I don't know why this team's playing on Christmas, but Reddish leads us here. Took 15 shots. Duran had an efficient game as normal. Baldwin 16, 9, and 5. He's not scoring as much in simulation as I would think. But he didn't get 20 points in any of our wins, which is pretty interesting. But through the calendar year, next episode we will be going probably through January. I'll figure out which game I want to play in January. Thinking maybe a Grizzlies, maybe a Timberwolves, maybe a Lakers, Knicks. There's a few good options here in the month of January. But I'll be back for that episode soon, and I will see you then.